Okay, so I was laying down for bed. Guys, it's 3 in the morning. What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
They talk about me, but it's unoriginal. Worldwide, higher than the pinnacle. 5 stars, I'm the one your lady want. Cashville got the whole city bumping. Riding around town, fly higher than the dove. If a hater try to talk, we gon' send them up above. Putting in work, I don't need no gloves. MC Hammer, but you know you can't touch. Haters gon' talk, but they all say the same thing. Win everywhere that I go like LeBron James. Got different flows, you can call me a mood ring. And you back out of my face cause you're...
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So yeah, it's been a couple days since this went to the dyno and things did not go well whatsoever. I mean, we fought this thing all day, every day, for 7 hours. You know, if you are on our Facebook post or page or whatever you want to call it, we put a post up about it. So today we're gonna dig into this thing, look at the issues we had, go through exactly what we plan on doing with it. But first, I need to get this whole garage cleaned up, because the last couple days of pushing, I mean, this thing got super nasty and piled, and I have nowhere to work anymore. I mean, we got thousands of cigarettes, zip ties, wiring just piled everywhere. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up, and then we're gonna start going through all the issues that we ran into and what we're planning on doing. All right, we got garage cleaned up. Thanks to Adam. He really busted ass on that. Well, Eric and I were fucking around. But we got our list together of stuff that we need to do. So with this whole lock pins thing, with our VTEC situation that we ran into on the dyno, Eric and I went through and we discussed what we needed to get done, and we decided we're just gonna lock it. So VTEC, suck a dick, you're out of here.
Pros and cons.
So yeah, the pros and cons of having VTEC: sounds cool, that's about it. Cons: switch is a piece of shit, power issues, screws up dyno day. So we don't like, I don't know. But we lock VTEC. The pros are everything, and the cons are drivability. This will never see the road. So I don't know if you guys know what 1 + 1 is, but it's always 2. So we're locking it out, we're getting rid of it. That's done with it. But yeah, this is our list. We got new tune date of March 15th. And this is the stuff that we ran into on the dyno right here. Not this lights, but here up. Speed sensor, we already got one figured out if this one's bad. Wideband should not be a big issue to figure out. We just ran into timing issues. Thermostat issue, I don't know what the hell happened there. That was brand new, but whatever. We'll get that figured out. Lock pins we just discussed. Brand new TPS took a dump. And I had called Speed Factory this week. They've never had a problem with it, but of course it's me, so we have a problem with it. So we're gonna test all that. Today we're just kind of go through the issues we had and see what we can do. And I believe Eric's gonna be working on hood pins as well, so we can get that in so we don't have to strap this hood down anymore. We can just lock it and call it a day. But yeah, it's for everybody that thinks that I was all upset and stuff for the dyno. I'm not. Get it out of your head. That's racing. If you guys are so lighthearted and can't handle that, don't do this. My God, just don't do this. Because I mean, you guys been along with the channel long enough to know that, you know, you run into shit, and we did it. We ran into shit, but it's not as bad as we thought. And the VTEC thing is not our fault, because we've never driven it, and you can't. And VTEC doesn't work until a certain mile per hour, and so we would have never known that. Thermostat, we just assumed that it was just heating up normal because the temp sensor is on this side, so it was reading the coolant on this side. But on the dyno, the radiator was getting really cold to the touch, like it is right now, like legitimately the same as it is right now. And that's how we figured that out. So that's something that could have been fixed, but we didn't really notice it and didn't expect it, I guess, if you will, with a brand new thermostat. The charging issue, that's another deal. In here, since we deleted the chassis harness, that's what I got this wire for down here. I know it's a little dark, but since I deleted the chassis harness, we did a continuity test to see which pin was triggering the alternator. Figured it out. We got ran up to ignition. I'm gonna clean that up. But yeah, alternator's charging now. So what sucks is that I bought a brand new alternator and I didn't need to. But that's probably the one thing we did that we probably could have saved with the whole situation. But that's fine. Life's good. I'm not upset. We got a new tune date, and the next one we'll be able to hit her in the shitter. So yeah, we're gonna get going on this and checking things out. I'm gonna put you on camera.
Do it. Start it up because it runs good.
Okay. A little warm-up test. Make sure we're not in gear. I don't even dare hit this button, but I'm gonna. Piece of shit.
By the way, did you get my text about the starter?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we got RPM today. Okay. Thanks, CD7, for blessing me with your.
Presents.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to give you a 12 for work.
All right.
For a little throttle.
I'm gonna.
It's not just gonna idle on its own.
You know what? Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Jeez Louise.
You gotta let it get warm.
I was just testing theories. Can I just let me enjoy this thing? Good Lord.
So my theory is, without being a factory gauge cluster in the car, that it's not, so for the speed sensor to work, it has to go through a speedometer. I'm assuming it has to complete the circuit. So, because if I remember right, if you didn't, like back in the day, if we didn't have a gauge cluster in the car, the speedo sensor wouldn't work, which in turn makes VTEC not work. So, that little plug that we had to wire off of for the alternator to work, that same plug probably has a wire that we need to do something with to complete the circuit. So I'm going to look up a wiring schematic and see where the speed sensor wiring goes.
Yep.
So then we can figure out if, because if we put another speed sensor in there, I bet you it won't work.
So what he's literally saying is the CD7 fucked us again. That's all roundabout way. But it works today, so that was nice. Yeah, we got her warmed up. Nothing's leaking that wasn't leaking prior. We just, one thing we see is the corner of this oil pan here has got a drip here and there. So we're gonna look into that. And then we just got done discussing the thermostat situation. We're just gonna, I don't know where I got that one. I probably got it on Amazon because I'm stupid and that's what I do with everything. Because why not save money? But then it ends up costing me more money. I have to buy the original shit anyway, so. We go to a parts store, get a legit thermostat, and we'll throw that in there. And now that it runs and idles and stuff and we don't have to fight this thing's gonna be a lot easier to fix. So while he's over here, while he's over there looking up the schematic on this thing, we're gonna look into the speed sensor, and we quite possibly could be doing just fine with everything, which would be really nice. It would actually be really nice. So we're looking into looking into the VSS here. There's corrosion. It's blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
It's actually more of a turquoise.
Oh, fucking A. God.
Is that
damn.
hot?
Yeah. Fuck. Why do I keep getting burnt? God.
Okay, so I need a pick.
Yeah. Holy balls.
Need a pick.
Need a pick. Got corrosion cleaned up.
I'm not going to trust your CD7.
Yeah, do not trust the CD7. No. But we will see if we have Speedo.
The theory was wrong. We looked at the schematic. The theory of it running through a gauge cluster was wrong. So then we were going to test continuity, and then we found the corrosion. So we hopefully cleaned that. And now we're gonna see if it works, right?
Yep, it blinked red, went green. We have CD7. I think I'm starting to figure out this CD7. I think I'm starting to figure it out.
Okay, so now you should be able to start it.
Oh, I didn't even have to throttle it that time. Nothing. Damn.
Never got anything?
Never got nothing.
Okay, well, we ruled that out.
No, maybe it is dead.
Okay, so now let's test continuity.
Yep, let's do that.
That B, was it B10?
B10, yeah, we'll check that. Even though our corrosion test did not work, we were doing some tests here on the plug. Ground was perfect. Found our signal wire. It goes right to the ECU like it should.
Continuity is good.
But we have no 12 volts going to it. So now, which I'm assuming, back to the chassis harness, since that middle wire is supposed to go to the ignition, we got rid of our ignition, and that was the same problem we had with the charging of the alternator. These are just lessons we are learning as we go.
Brad.
That I believe.
Brad, look, it goes to the ignition.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now.
So yeah. Now we're just gonna find out where that wire goes, put 12 volts to it.
Hey, guess what color that wire is? Just guess.
Ignition?
No, guess what color the wire is that's supposed to go to the... that's supposed to power that sensor. Just think alternator.
Right, black, yellow. But black, yellow in these is always 12 volt source.
Right.
If you notice that, if you look through the schematic.
I bet you inside the harness, I bet you there's one black and yellow that comes out from the ignition, and then it...
Oh, for fuck. All right. So we're gonna try that now. Once we did our continuity test, we realized that the 12 volt power source is actually the same. The same wire goes into the connector for the chassis harness over here, because that red wire I have right there that kind of strung out, that's the alternator trigger wire. Why we couldn't have charging, and now we're having charging. But the same pin is the same 12 volt power source for the speed sensor. So this whole time we didn't even have power to the speed sensor. Well, allegedly right now, it wasn't junk. We don't know if it's junk. So now I just tied them both together, and this essentially could have been our whole problem, because without a speed sensor, you have no VTEC. So this is gonna get pretty interesting here pretty quick. So we're gonna test our theory, make sure we have speed. We got a speedo.
You plug that connector back in? No, you did not.
No.
And the power is still off on the back, correct?
No.
It's not off?
No.
That's great.
Fry the thing. I'm gonna turn on a little faithful here, you know, because 100% of the time this works. Oh, you motherfucker. No, it's blinking. It's blinking. Okay, yep. See, I told you.
Now restart it once.
No, you're still flashing.
Okay, so shut it off.
Okay.
Now go.
We're green. We have can.
Hey,
oh, dude, we're figuring it out. What'd you do?
I got the freaking there.
Oh, that one's always grabbing my ham.
All right, so now start her up and put her in gear and see if the
Oh, here we go.
Yours ain't working either?
No.
Okay, so maybe now we know it's a bad sensor. Well, okay, let's shut it off. And now let's let's make sure we have 12 volts there. Yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
Just make sure, let's recheck everything.
Yep.
And then, if anything, then we'll, if we have 12 volts, then it's a sensor. Has to be. Because everything else is good. Right?
Unless the ECU is not picking up on it.
Well, that's what we'll do. We'll do what Nate said, pull it out.
Yep.
See if our voltage changes.
Yep.
But I mean, we have continuity everywhere. It should be, you know what I mean? It should work.
All right, what did we discover?
Okay, so there's something missing between these two. So we went and literally stole this from our buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Andy.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Love you. If I could get the bolt. Oh, that's gone. This
Yeah.
little guy.
Yep.
So that goes into there and then drives the sensor.
So yeah, now we're gonna put that in and we're gonna check it.
Let me get to my display and ready to begin.
You reading?
We gotta put it in gear.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure everything was loaded.
Not reading up there. We might have to set that
I was gonna say this probably isn't set up.
right.
The TPS sensor, we're looking at the voltage and stuff to see why it was being kittywampy. Closed, we were getting our 0.5 volts, and as we turned, we got our all the way up to 4.5 like it's supposed to be. But as we were turning it slowly, that's where things got kittywampy. So yeah, the sensor's junk. We got it taken off. I don't know. Speed Factory said that they've never had a problem with these, but if you guys ever met me, I'll make a problem out of anything. So. So I'm gonna try to crack this open and look at it, I guess, and see what's going on in there, since I have a new one coming anyways. But speed sensor's good to go. We got her checked off up there, so life's good there. We got mile per hour. Now the one curious thing we have is that gonna solve VTEC? We tried doing those free revs. You can't, it's too fast. So I think next week or next video, whatever you want to call it, I think we're gonna take her out on the highway out here, you know, uninsured and unregistered and all that good stuff. And
Out in Mexico.
yeah, we're going to Mexico, which happens to be out my back door or front door, and we're gonna check it out. So yeah, we're gonna see if VTEC works, and if it works, I don't know, I got some decisions to make. But if it doesn't work, oh yeah, she's going in the fucking trash. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm not playing this game. So that's awesome. Everything works. The CD7 actually worked. I kind of actually probably figured out why it's not clicking like it's supposed to, and I think we're starting to figure it out. But for you guys who delete your chassis harness, these two wires here are very important. The alternator one and the speed sensor are actually the same power. So we didn't have power. We had corrosion. And we also were missing the middle piece that actually activated it. So modern problems call for modern solutions. So we got her figured out on that. Slowly but surely we're gonna have it, and by March 15th our plan is to have the whole car done so we can get going on all the crap that we have back there. So we'll catch you next time. Subscribe, please, because we're over 600. That's dope. And we appreciate all you guys watching. Take care of each other. See ya.